Here you go, PA Wrestling's 152-pound preview of the Southeast Regional Tournament. Light 50, 145, there's a clear-cut guy that's head and shoulders but everyone else. That's Dan Mancini from O&J Roberts, 35-4 in a year, returning state qualifier. Has had an easy time this postseason thus far. And I'm not going to say it's been an easy time this weekend, but he is the clear number one guy in the region at 152 pounds. Some other guys that'll be rounding out the bracket and rounding out the top five, or top four rather, 2 through 5. There's a lot of guys that could fall into that. Laughlin. Like, you look at the quarterfinals I picked: Laughlin, Fair, Flanagan, Hale, Lato, Biarcangelo, Sheehy. Again, you can throw those names in the hat, those 7 names, and pick out 4. And I don't think I'd have too much of a problem with any of them. It's not top to bottom our most talented weight class in the region. In fact, it can be said it's one of the less talented weight classes in the region. However, there's a lot of parity past Mancini. Laughlin wins his match over Dalton, Fair over Seaman, Flanagan over Strasvis, and then you have Hale with the bye, Lato beating Bass, and Biarcangelo beating Giovanni Perez. Of those quarterfinals, that Fair Flanagan match gonna be a good one. I think Lato's gonna hang with Hale for a while, but Hale ultimately wins. And Biarcangelo, again, too, will give Sheehy some problems. Biarcangelo's, tough kid. He's going to try to dictate the pace of the match, going to try to wrestle at his pace. And, I think he does a good job of making guys wrestle his match. And, he's very methodical on how he does it. And he's what you would expect type of wrestler comes out of the Springford program. And, I just think that's going to give Sheehy, and he's a senior, he's wrestling against the state, and I think he's going to give Sheehy some problems, but I think ultimately Sheehy wins. When we look there, Mancini beats Flanagan, Hale beats Sheehy, and then Mancini beats Hale in the final. We look down at the wrestlebacks. We'll look right where the quarterfinalists, the losers in the quarterfinals drop in. Biarcangelo beats Dalton, Lato beats Seaman, Fair beats Bass, Laughlin beats Perez, and we have Lato beating Biarcangelo. I just think the Lato's going to be a little bit too much for him. Flanagan and Sheehy dropping out their semifinals. They're in there, and then Fair beating Laughlin, and then the Sheehy Fair match will be won by Sheehy. Lato and Flanagan won by Flanagan. We have that Rock South, Rock North matchup, and the 3rd and 4th place match won by Sheehy. And then Lato and Fair going at it for a chance to go to states. I think Fair wins that matchup and gets to states and qualifies. Lato's young, he's a sophomore, talented. I will say this about him. He was, for those that didn't see the match, go back and look at his match against Mancini, where a lot of kids would have packed it in when they were getting beat pretty bad like he was. He was a point or two away from being tech-falled and just turned it on and started to wrestle. Ultimately, he did get tech-falled, but he didn't pack it in when others would have. I believe he got a reversal or a takedown on Mancini, and he delayed the inevitable. But again, there's no quitting the kid, and you can say it about a lot of people. He's 32-3 for a reason, and yeah, he did lose to Mancini by tech fall. But like I said when I started this preview, Mancini's head and shoulders on a different level. Lato's is a sophomore, and he's not exactly from a heralded program, and he really impressed me last weekend. So, give him a little shout out there for what he did. And, I think he's a match away, but he's definitely the sophomore. He's a guy that I can see qualifying for states in the next 2 years out of our region because he's super talented. And, to me, he's a kid that definitely works at it. So that's my 2 cents on the 152-pound weight class. Mancini Hale, Sheehy Flanagan, and